Good morning. Saturday morning. I'm doing this video today and I hope to post it today as well. I just wanted to come back and do a post-surgery update and let everybody know how everything went. I think the last video I did, it was like the Friday before my surgery, and my surgery was a Monday, July 3rd. I had reconstruction surgery. They call it the flap, where they took my stomach tissues and they created my breast. So I just wanted to kind of just tell what the process was and give an update on it. As you can see, I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm well, I'm happy, and I'm just so glad it's done. But I did just want to do a quick video update for those who are interested and just go through the process from start to finish. Like as I said, I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm happy that it's done, but I do want to tell like the process and steps that like happen. And I have my little notes that I wrote here. Hopefully I don't forget anything. So my surgery was July 3rd. I was scheduled to, it was supposed to be scheduled for I think like 12:30 p.m. and I had to be there 2 hours early. The night before, I couldn't have any food or drink after like 9 o'clock, I believe. And I had to be there 2 hours early. And they got me to the back. I spoke to the doctor. He drew like everything out. I spoke to the anesthesiologist. He came in and I was still so nervous. And when he came in, he's the one that made me feel so comfortable. He just came in with such good energy, such like good vibes, like everything. He just like made me feel so comfortable, so much better, like more comfortable. Because I was just nervous about it, especially the going to sleep part. I know everybody be like, well, you'll be asleep, you don't know, this and that. But I don't know, something is just about somebody putting you to sleep. It just, I don't know, scares me for whatever reason. So they wheeled me back after I got everything, did all my questions and everything to go back there. I had to take like Tylenol and some medicine and stuff that they prescribed me like that morning with like just a sip of water. And then I'm also on like blood pressure medicine, so they told me to go ahead and take my blood pressure medicine so that my levels wouldn't be too high, especially with nerves. So they wheeled me to the back, 12:30 p.m. I do remember him just saying, I'm about to give you some oxygen or something, and then that's all I remember. I wake up and I hear them saying it's 11:30 p.m. My surgery was scheduled for like 6-7 hours. My surgery went for like 11 hours. I went in at 12:30. I didn't come out until 11:30 p.m. at night. Of course, I don't know what was going on, but they let me know that I had two surgeons scheduled to do my surgery, like my doctor, and then he works with another doctor to do things. I'm not sure. I had never met the other doctor that was supposed to be in there, but apparently the second doctor got sick during surgery and he had to leave, and so they had to call a backup surgeon to come and like cooperate with my surgeon. So I guess that's why it went so long, but they said everything else went okay. I did lose a lot of blood. I had to have like 2 blood transfusions after that. But they had to call my husband and just make sure. And I'm glad he made the decision to go ahead and let me do it, because they were saying like, oh, okay, they had did one part of it and it was like, we can just, sew it back up and then she can come back in for the other part later. But I just wanted it all done. So I'm glad he made that decision to, even though it went all those hours, to, let me continue just to get it all done that day. So after that, I stayed in the hospital 5 days. I had drains. Everybody was so nice and the food was good. But I had drains, one here, and then I had 2 drains in my stomach, and then also something called like a vac pump, where it just like sucks the air out like constantly, and everything was like wrapped up, so I couldn't see anything. I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. And in my head, I thought I could get up and walk, but the nurses were like, no, you have to wait till like the physical therapy people come in to help you like get up and like practice walking and everything. I couldn't shower. I had to have these wipes and these bath wipes, and they would come wipe me down, and it's just like you can't do nothing for yourself for a few days, really a few weeks. Because even when I left, I had to come home. My husband had to help me like do everything. And when you get up, they don't want you like to lift all the way up. They want you like in a crunch position so that you don't like split the, what is it called, the incision, I guess. Can't think of what it's called, but they don't want you to like split where they did the incision for my stomach, because they pulled it down. They took one half and put it here for my stomach, and the other half and put it here, and they pulled the skin down and sewed it up, stitched it up. The stitches, that's the word I was looking for. So what else I have down here that I'm not but yeah, the hospital I stayed in, they're more like a surgery hospital anyway. So they're just used to, you know, helping people like straight out of surgery and operations and things like that. So that was really good. Everybody was so nice. Everybody was so nice and helpful. I'm so grateful for that. The next thing. So my first drains, I had you have to drain under a certain amount. So after my hospital stay for 5 days, I came home, and I just have to sit in a position to kind of where I'm crunched over and like slowly ease up as time go by, and slowly try to practice walking around and stuff. And so I had drains here, and that was a lot to carry around, and stuff is just like heavy. You don't want to mess nothing up. You don't want to, it was a lot. So I did wear my pajamas with the pockets and my pants with the pockets to kind of keep the drains and stuff in. And you have to drain them twice a day and document your amounts on the paper, and it has to be under a certain amount before they can remove them. So after the first week, luckily I got these two removed because after the first week home, so I guess after 2 weeks of my surgery, I got to get the drains that were in my breast removed, and then one on one side I got to get removed. And then she unwrapped the bottom because I couldn't even see anything. She unwrapped the bottom. It was like wrapped up and taped up. She unwrapped that, and she took out that vacuum pump thing that sucks the air out continuously. So I still had my right drain that was on my abdominal. Y'all know what I mean. And then after 3 weeks from being home, so I guess 4 weeks total, I finally got this one removed. So, and I still had to wear like this binder every day, wrapped around. And then once I got that, I could like take full showers again and, you know, wash and things like that. And I had to keep putting ointment on like all my incisions, which I have drains. I had to put ointment on like the drains, the holes where they put the drains through, the incision on my stomach, and then the incisions on my breast. So I'm gonna move up and show y'all a little bit. I'm happy with the surgery. He got me I'm about the same as I was before. It was like a B cup. I may have been like a C, but they look the same to me. The only thing is there's kind of, you can barely see it here, but there's kind of like little indentions here, and I think it's like a inner stitches or something like that. I can't really remember how he explained it. This one is a little deeper, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll put before and after pictures of, like, if I can find some good ones that don't go like all the way down, before and after pictures of my stomach on there, because I did have a little pooch, so they could make me breast with as much stomach fat as I had. So that's how I got a B cup. So I think that's it, but I'm happy with the surgery. I wish I could stand up and show y'all because I really don't care, But I know like this is anybody can see on YouTube, and I would hate for a kid or something to be pulling this up and see this stuff. But I have stitching going directly down under my nipple, and I'm glad I was able to keep my nipples. I know some people can't after they have the first surgery, the mastectomy, so I was able to keep my nipples. So I'm grateful for that. So this surgery goes, the stitching went down and then they took it here and stuffed it in there and then sewed it up. My first surgery, when I had the mastectomy, it went from here to here, like underneath it. So I do have like scarring, and I had some bruising after the surgery, but it lined up. It's still a little bit there, but it lined up. And my scar for here on my abdomen went all the way across from hip to hip. So I can barely see it though. I feel like I expected it to be like this big dark scar, but I can really barely see that there. So I got some scar gels that I've been using now, because now after like the 6 weeks you can use scar gels. And then I even ordered these scar sheets off of Amazon. So I'm trying it. I feel like I see a little bit difference, but I think you got to use it for like a while to see it. And I just cut them and then just do a strip. I'm wearing them now. And then I just put a strip over here. I cut it in half like this, and then I put a strip on each side. I think that's it. So I had my follow-up on August 21st, and he said everything is looking, good and healing good. And he was like, he can do touch-ups on this stuff, like basically do lipo somewhere else and then like fill it in, and it won't have this like dent here. But I'm still deciding. He said it's up to me, and all this surgery stuff kind of like mentally like stressed me out. I'm just so happy it's done, and I just do not want to just go under again just for no good reason. But I'm really thinking about it. Because I don't want it to pass the time where my insurance will cover it, and then I wish I would have did it. But I just don't know. I don't know if it's worth it for me emotionally, but then I don't know if I'm going to wish I did it later. But I'm deciding on that. He said I have a couple months to decide and just let him know, see how things heal, because maybe it'll, fill in after everything goes. They were hard like the first few weeks, but now I feel like they done soften up and they feel, like normal. They feel like, to me, they feel normal. I think that's it. I talked about the drains. I talked about the scarring. And I've been using my cocoa butter too, like just for like the bruised area, because it was like dark. Really, it was this side. It was like dark. Almost purple, and it wasn't like immediately after. It didn't show up until like a few weeks after, and I just looked down and it was like bruised. So I'm not sure what happened there. And the doctor, he said it could have been a number of things, but I'm not sure. But yep, I just stayed on my meds and pain meds and everything, and healed. And I saw the doctor. I see him again, I think in a few weeks for a follow-up. But I think that's it. I think that's it. I did get some scar gel. I just started using it, so I'm waiting to see if it does anything before I like recommend it. Because I scar easily, and like scars, stay on me for a while. So I don't know if it's like my skin or if the stuff just don't work. So I'm not sure yet. But that's the update. I know I probably hit it and rambled on, but I did just want to come on here and give that update for anybody who's just interested and will come on here and see. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. But I'm just happy it's done. And I thank everybody for watching and following my journey. Again, I don't know how many more videos. I kind of want to put this behind me. I'm so happy that it's done. And I want to put this behind me. I still kind of want to do other things on YouTube, but I'm not sure like what to do or what direction. But I'll just see. And if y'all are interested, come back and see me on here. But again, thank y'all for watching. Bye. Have a good weekend.